Good morning, everyone. Virgo here. It is December 9th, 2020, and happy Wednesday to everyone. I'm a little lost on the days. You guys know I've got some scenarios that are going on right now in my life that are not easy. And so forgive me for not right away knowing exactly what day it is. It's been a hectic week. I wasn't planning on getting on YouTube, but something has brought me here that must be said. Now, the watchdogs are often blamed for going after the Moors and the Soffsits and brutally attacking them. But the truth is, the reason why we expose these people is because we actually care about those that are following them and end up finding themselves in legal jeopardy, behind bars, or losing their homes and vehicles due to following their amateur legal theories. And one of the watchdogs forwarded me some information that he wanted me to look into. And what happened after I looked into it? I found that Light Tajiri Bay actually has exposed herself as being someone who's giving out legal advice, illegally, of course, and is setting up a gentleman to lose his home. It's going to be turned in to the state of Washington, Attorney General's office, because this is vile what she is doing. It's also highly illegal for her to be giving out this type of legal advice. But I want you to hear it and understand what it is that she's doing. Because this is not a person who's just trying to run some kind of club or act as some kind of member of the Moorish group. This is literally someone who is attempting to try to get someone to lose their home. And then you tell me whether you think that she just does this because she's evil, or is she doing it because she was put in a seat to attempt to try to harm others, or perhaps just get an uprising out of a bunch of people that they can use as somewhat of an army later on. All right, here we go. I'm going to interrupt in between to hopefully be able to help this gentleman out, and hopefully he will hear it and see it, and he will take the advice of someone who actually has a degree in finance and economics and can actually assist him to get some help so he doesn't lose his home.
I tell you, I just love to see the
Islam.
emphasis. Yes, Islam.
Yeah, Jakeem here from Toronto Territory.
Yes, Islam.
Yeah. So I just want to share a situation that I'm dealing with right now, where I had the tax department send me a bill a couple of weeks ago, and this was I think the executive. She's the executive for the tax department, and she sent me a bill, and pretty much saying that I haven't paid taxes for 2 years, and they're giving me till December, the end of this month, to pay the taxes, or they're gonna put up my home for sale for $7,000. I haven't yet responded, but I'm hoping to respond this week. So I was talking to another Moor today. I was trying to figure out what I should do, if I should. First, I was going to discharge. I'm going to send a discharge. What do you call it? Slipping me. The term is this. Anyway, a discharge note to discharge the amount that they're claiming. Also, I was thinking if I should send them that first and then see if they respond and before I actually place a lien on them. Or I was thinking if I should place the lien and then just to protect myself, just in case they try anything stupid.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
I have a
So.
question for you for the sake
Mhm.
of clarity of the
Okay.
concept, because it seems like you've owned what they sent. Did they send the bill to you or to a court?
To the corp, to the right, to the straw.
Right. Okay. Is that you?
No.
Okay. Then that means the debt is not yours. So why would you discharge a debt that's not yours? That's like discharging someone else's debt and claiming it. You got to claim it first to discharge it, don't you?
Jakeem, what you have been provided by your tax collector is called a notice of tax sale. They're very serious, and there's nothing that the Moors can do in terms of paperwork to stop this. Owners of real property have to pay property taxes. These taxes fund a variety of services that the government provides, like schools, libraries, roads, parks, and such. The amount of tax due is usually based on the home's assessed value. And in many cases, a servicer, on behalf of the lender, will collect property taxes as part of the monthly mortgage payment and pay the taxes on the homeowner's behalf through an escrow account. But obviously that's not the case with you. If the taxes aren't collected and paid through escrow, the homeowner must pay them on his own. And when the homeowner doesn't pay the property taxes, the delinquent account becomes a lien on the home. Now, you're going to make several statements here with regards to things you think you can do. And I'm here to tell you, and you don't have to believe me, you can choose to take the hard road, as many do. But I'm here to tell you that there is not one thing that you have mentioned that will work in this scenario. The taxing authority will take your home if you don't act quickly. If you will listen to the remainder of the video, I will give you several avenues that you can take in order to save your home. But none of them have anything to do with what Light Tajiri is illegally, by the way, telling you to do with her pseudo legal theories. And that's exactly what they are. It's a bunch of BS. There's nothing that you are informed of here on this call that will assist you in saving your home. And if you move forward with any of the processes that you were told to do, it's possible you could potentially be charged with a crime in addition to losing your home.
You have to say it's yours in order for you to discharge it, don't you?
Right. But I mean, what they're using is they're using the longitude and latitude of the property. So
That doesn't matter. They're a court too. They're talking to a court, and they are a court. It doesn't matter whether they use the latitude or longitude. They're a court. They can't speak anyway. They're not talking to you, so here is my suggestion. And actually, I would like for some of the Moors on here to make some suggestions, because there was a suggestion put in the chat that I would have said.
Islam.
But I'd like to hear from the Moors. Islam.
I would say, make sure that you terminate all corporate contracts, and that corporation is on the termination of corporate contracts, and that's where I would go with it. And then if they send you any more, if they send you anything else, don't respond to it. And now you.
Islam.
Islam, go ahead, Justice.
Nana Bay, Central Territory. I had that same incident, but I leaned the tax department and everybody there, did the court action on them, and I put the house in the trust and put it on their county record, notification declaration of trust, and they still sent that. Every time they send that, do a 45-degree angle on it with the date and time, return the sender wrong mailing location. And that's the way we deal with that. Islam.
Islam.
Mm-hmm.
Islam.
Well, that's
good.
what I did. That's what I did. A few weeks ago when they send one, I just wrote on it and I wrote the UCC code, blah blah blah, and I send it back, put it back in the mailbox, and I send it back. And now they send this one back. Yeah, and that's what
when
they send
it,
the last.
when you do that, do you do it in red and all lowercase letters?
Yes,
When
yes, I did it.
Okay.
I wrote it on the envelope that they came in, and I took a picture and I send it back.
Okay. Justice Morpheus in the chat said lien them and then do a court action. And then he said lien them first. So again, we would not suggest, now we can't tell sovereigns what to do, but we would not suggest a discharge because you'd be claiming debt that's not yours. And then when you claim that debt, they're going to say, okay, he claimed it, so we don't care what he did after that. We're going after him because he claimed it. So like the Noble said, terminate the corporate contract. Make sure you've done that and put that on the public record and include them in on it. All presumed contracts, because you, the living, don't have a contract with the dead court. You don't. And so that then the court action, lien them, do the court action, and they will send things, but sending something, as long as you rebut it properly, they can't move past that. They sometimes like to try and posture like they can, and they'll send a spell, and then they'll send a bigger spell, and then they'll send a bigger spell, But all they're doing is sending paper.
Okay, Jakeem, listen up. Number one, the amount of garbage that they are giving to you with regards to advice here is just that. It is garbage. Just because your name is written in capital letters does not mean that they cannot take your home. And we've proven and debunked over and over again that the claim that your name in all capital letters makes you a corporation is BS. But regardless, even if you still believe that, you need to hear what I'm about to tell you. Once a property tax lien is on a home, and that's what you're being warned of, the taxing authority might eventually hold a tax sale, and that's what they're telling you they're going to do, which is similar to a foreclosure sale. Generally, the two basic types of tax sales are tax deed sales and tax lien certificate sales. In a tax deed sale, the taxing authority sells the home outright, and the purchaser gets a deed to the property, meaning you lose your home. In a tax lien certificate sale, the tax lien certificate, the taxing authority sells the tax lien, and the purchaser gets the right to collect the debt along with the penalties and interest. If the delinquent amounts aren't paid within a very short period of time, the purchaser can typically foreclose or follow other procedures to convert the certificate into the deed of the home. And of course that means you lose your home. Now, in many states and in many areas, the homeowner can redeem the home by buying it back after a tax sale. But there is usually a very specific time period, and it's quite short. And, of course, that's a lot of additional fees that you will need to go through. Now, here are some things that you need to think about. Number one, in many areas, there's a foreclosure moratorium due to the illness that we are dealing with right now. Many counties, many countries are suspending property tax sales and tax foreclosures due to the illness emergency that we are all facing worldwide. First, before you do anything else, call your county treasurer's office or tax collector's office, or look online to find out if your area has a moratorium that's in place. If you fall behind in making tax payments for your home, you might end up losing your home if you don't make some form of payment arrangement with the taxing authority, which If you have a moratorium, you are protected already, and the chances of you making a payment arrangement are very, very good. Secondarily, if you don't have a moratorium where you're located, you still have the option to contact them to make payment arrangements. It's expensive for them and for you to have to go through a tax sale. They would much rather work with you if you show a willingness to do so. Whether you choose to believe that you are above the law or not does not matter, because reality will sink in when they're there locking your front door. There is nothing that the Moors in the community of the Moorish American Consulate can assist you with in order to stop this from happening. Worst comes to worst, you need to find yourself a very good tax attorney. That tax attorney can stop this from happening by taking certain steps and procedures within the court in order to provide you with the potential of additional time for you to be able to come up with the funds to pay your property taxes. These are your options, Jakeem. And you will find, no matter which direction you choose to go with this, that I am correct. Your Moorish nationality doesn't provide you with any additional rights than any other normal citizen in the country that you're in, no matter what country that is. You've been led down a primrose path, my friend, and chances are you will choose not to listen to me. I hope that's not the case. I hope you do listen to me and actually outthink the majority of the Moors that I have forewarned in the past about Light Tajiri Bey and her lies. There are many on this platform, on the internet, that will try to lead you astray. Unfortunately, in this case, you are facing something very serious, and if you don't take heed to it very rapidly, you will find yourself without a home. There is no way to get out of paying your property taxes, sir. And no matter who you claim to be, or what you claim your nationality is, true or not true, it will not stop the taxing authorities from taking your property. I hope that you take the time to research what I have said to you. And I hope perhaps it will help you to understand that the community you're currently involved with is simply an internet-based group of LARPers that are doing nothing but harming people and placing people behind bars. Do yourself a favor, Jakeem. Ask some of these Moors to provide you with a court case showing that they have actually walked away with their home without paying taxes, and then look it up for yourself online on Pacer. Make them prove to you that you can verify that what they have claimed is true. And you're going to find a whole lot of people who have told you a falsity, because your arguments that they are providing to you and the arguments you are providing in this phone call have never won one single case in court, and not one single person has ever walked away with their home against a taxing authority. But many who didn't pay their federal income tax have found themselves behind bars, behind the claims that the Moors online have made. Good luck to you, sir. And I hope everyone has a good day. Just so that everyone is aware, I will be forwarding this piece of information to the Attorney General's office and to the to the bar, in order for them to be aware that there is a party that is attempting to give out legal advice, legal tax advice online, and actually suggesting that due to someone's nationality, they don't have to pay their taxes. Providing legal advice without a law license is against the law, Light Tajiri Bey. And we will continue to fight against your disinformation on the Virgo Triad channel. Have a good day, everyone.